When we think of Julie, we know how much she would have loved today. There is nothing Julie loved more than her family and friends.
To see us all today giving in her honor, loving and living in her honor, she would be so proud. She is so proud.
Before we get into who Julie was and what she meant to all of us, we have to acknowledge some of the people and organizations that made this happen today.
First of all, Jim Gleason with ERA, whose work and dedication has exceeded all our expectations.
From the first time we met with Jim, 3 things were apparent. How knowledgeable he was in setting up an event like this, how kind and generous he was, and how much he loved Julie.
Jim, your stories about Julie made our hearts full. We could not have done this without you.
We would also like to thank Laura Sen Sanborn with the ERA, who was such a help. Her calm, easygoing presence helped to balance out the long list of tasks leading up to today.
And we just want to give a thank you and a shout out to all the ERA volunteers who made this day run smoothly and that everyone here was able to celebrate the way Julie would want us to.
It's obvious that the ERA is a wonderful association, and we know why it meant so much to Julie.
We are so humbled that you immediately changed the name of this tournament to the Julie Baker Memorial Tournament, and the support you have shown means so much to our family. To all of Julie's friends and colleagues at the ERA, thank you. We know that you loved Julie, and she loved you too.
We would also like to thank our friends and family that worked so hard to make today happen. Many of you here today volunteered your time, your energy, your money into this incredible event. All of the prizes, the donations, and the sponsorships were just blown away by your generosity. This spirit of giving is exactly what Julie stood for.
We also want to thank and acknowledge the staff at Willow who are here today. We are honored to be able to donate the proceeds we raised today for this incredible organization.
We know today more than ever, domestic violence affects every walk of life. It does not discriminate based on class or zip code or race.
We never dreamed that this would be part of our family story, but we know today how tragically prevalent this is.
We are so grateful to the people that make Willow possible, and those who came here tonight to share their stories of hope.
We remember Julie today as we do every day.
We remember the joy she brought, the laughter and happiness that surrounded her wherever she was or whatever she was doing.
We ask her to help us carry that joy into the world today.
We remember Julie and the things she loved: her gardens, rowing, taking a class at the YMCA, throwing an incredible pool party, or even a wedding, doing yoga, decorating her house just right, live music and dancing. And even more than the things, we remember how she loved her people, her beautiful, kind daughters, who she once compared to her own limbs, an extension of herself. Her supportive, loving parents who loved her more than anything in the entire world.
Her 6 incredible, funny, helpful brothers who, along with Julie, took the love and friendship they grew up with into their adult life as best friends.
Her nieces and nephews who considered her a best friend, a dance partner, or a second mom.
Her bestie, Terry Jean, who has been by her side for the past 40 years, and all of her countless friends. Friends that she grew up with, graduated Mercy or Clark's with, friends she raised her kids with, friends she rode with, and friends she ate and drank and danced and laughed and grieved and loved with.
Julie lives on in all of us, the people she loves so dearly. More than anything, when we think of her, we think of love. As Julie once said about her husband Dick Baker, as long as she is here, and here, she will always be with us.
As we know, Julie is here with us today. We see her and feel her today at this event more than ever.
We thank everyone for being here today and for continuing to remember her with us. Each story we tell helps us to keep her memory alive and her love in our hearts.
Thank you.
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 Thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I just want to say thank you so much to everybody, for my family especially, for supporting me through this and helping so much. I mean, come on.